Hi, my name is Emily and I'm going to be talking about CSS specifications. For this week we're doing CSS Flexbox and grid layouts. One of the specifications it talks about is Flexbox, and right here it says developmental specifications we'd be using is CSS Flexbox. So I'm just going to show you an example that I used using Flexbox, how it works, and explain a way that you can do it. And just kind of walk you through those steps. So first I'm going to pull this up right here. So I already have the Flexbox working, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll walk you through how to make it yourself. So let me go into my live preview here. So what a flexbox is it's kind of like a responsive flexbox that just takes it and it moves. So right here we have these squares and they're just boxes. And as you can see, they're responsive, they like change sizes, so that's something that's really handy to use. And I just stuck the large sun right here, the sunny, in a flexbox, the high, low temperatures, and then the precipitation and speed, the wind speed, into its own like little column into a flexbox. So I'm just going to show you briefly how I did that. Okay, so right here I have my section class. Here it says weather summary class, and that's where I attach on my flexbox property, and this is a CSS property that I attached. And then I have these divs, which I also attach classes to. So in Flexbox you have multiple classes. There's like flex, display flow, and we'll go over what those different ones mean. The most important one that I use right here is display flex. So if you look right here, this is the section of code that I have that is making my Flexbox. The classes that I have that are applying and making the Flexbox is my weather summary, which is right here, and then here's my CSS. And then I also have my divs right here, which I'm also applying the property to right here. So right now, actually, the only piece of Flexbox I'm using is display flex. Now what display flex does, let me pull up my live preview. Make this just a little bit smaller. Now what display flex actually does is, if I was to take it off, you can see is that it makes everything go in line. So right here you can now see that it's now all in these columns right here. So when I add the property back on, display flex back onto my CSS, it makes it all go back into these rows. So that's what the CSS application does, the CSS specification. There's also ones where you can do like reverse flex. Like for example, you can do flex, direction, reverse, and then that'll just flip it over for you. And you see now it's backwards in the other direction. You can do other things like column reverse, row reverse, and it just changes the position and using your CSS specifications. And then right here you notice we have like our margins and our padding, and that just changes the amount of space that we have right here. I just have this in pixels. You can also use EMs or REMs. I just added a little bit of space just so it didn't look so crowded and cramped together. And you can also change the font size of the items. That's just what I did, just to make it look a little bit better. Okay, so that's just how you can use CSS specifications to make your page look a little bit prettier, and how to use Flexbox to make it look very clear and understandable. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something from that.